What is up, guys? Today we're in the brand new Animal Company lobby. This is going to be crazy because actually it's really hard to find all the new map locations in this brand new update with all the new places. So this video I'm going to show you how to get to all the locations with just a grappler and a flashlight. Let's get right into it. The first map location we're going to go to is actually really close to spawn. If you go right behind Stump, it's pretty obvious, but you can go ahead and find the mines, which is probably the easiest map to get to, because again, it's just right behind Stump. I like how big it is. They really opened it up a lot. The next location is actually gonna be really close to mines too. It's if you go right here, right over here. You can actually just come over near Stump and just come right over here where is actually forest, and it's pretty cool. It's also bigger than the original one and the old lobby. Okay, so also if you come right here, there's a secret area you can go to. I thought I'd mention that with some lore and stuff, and also a secret hangout spot. So the next area for this new map, which is the Canopy Station shopping area. They reworked it. There's a whole new shops and stuff everywhere you can go. There's a new bundle. Pretty cool. Both stages right there, and the rest of these maps are pretty far away. So that's where Office used to be, but they actually changed it. Here we go, where you have to go all the way over here. And if you ever want to get to Office easily, just go right here, go to the submachine, and then you can see the giant skyscraper, which actually brought it back to the OG map. But from the giant skyscraper, you can go up here. From the sewing machine, you can go right up here, and you can find the entrance to Office. I really like it. They got a big skyscraper showing how massive it is, and I really like how they brought that back. But also, if you just go right under it, you can go into sewers, which they brought back the OG look also. And that's how you get into sewers. That's how you get into Foundation. That's how you get uranium. That's how you get most of the core things. Most of the OG maps are really close to spawn. So our next few maps are gonna be the newer ones, basically. Which if you go right here, you're right here from Stump, you can basically see all of them, basically. But if you go over here, here is Space Map, which they just added in a recent update. Press this button, right by lake. It's really easy to get to. The next location is actually going to be the Megalodon Cave. You see the big skyscraper? There it is. You can just go right here, by the big spaceship thing, and by lake. Just go over here to this little cave. It'll say cave closed, and that's how you get into Megalodon Lake with all the fishing things and fishing rods and stuff. Our next location is actually really close, which is going to be the little crack in lake. They actually just connected lake to the main map, which I actually really like. But with a grappler and a flashlight, you can go over here and just make your way up here. It's a little hard, but from Stump you can just go over here and you can find this little crack. And if you didn't know, this leads you down to vents and a facility and a ton of other areas like the brain and stuff. So that's how you get into there. Okay, but one of our last locations is actually going to be right by the lake. If you go over here, you can just get and climb this mountain, or this little hill, and you can get right here, which will actually lead you to the skiing map, which is a pretty fun map. You can go on a skiing trip. You can go basically to the mountains. You can basically complete the game through that. Also, if you want to get to the UFO, which is also a pretty new map, you go on top of where the goop machines are. Just go directly on top of them, and you can reach the UFO. Pretty fun. Scary map. But that's how you get there, and there's also a ton of secrets in the new map. Because it is giant, so I'm actually going to show you where all the secrets are. And like, all the secret little areas, and like, items and stuff. So if you go like, into the Canopy shopping area, you can go down, and if you didn't know, there's like this little railway. That's okay. Also, our last map is actually going to be which is right in the shopping area, which is Creative Studios. Get through there, just press this button, and get into Creative Studios. But this secret, you basically just go into the shopping area. You go into here. And then it might be a little scary, but there's no monsters. You can go down here. And if you go through this vent, it's very hard to miss. You can't go through there, but if you go down here, you can find the black market, which is actually just, they put like things you can't buy anymore right here. Where you can, this is from like a couple weeks ago. The Amazing Digital Circus bundle, but you can get that. That's a pretty cool secret. And our next secret is actually going to be, if you go over here, you can get through just from the main map. You notice there's a lot of pipes everywhere, if you didn't know. Actually, these are just secret areas that you can go and explore. First one is, first one is actually right by here, so by the hot tub too. So if you go down here, again, there's no monsters, there's nothing to be afraid of. It is a little scary, but yeah, if you go right down here, it connects to the hot tub. It's actually a pretty fun shortcut you can get through just from searching around a little. It's a little parkour-ish, so I advise you not to go down here if you're not very good at parkour. But if you're pretty good, if you're decent, you can do some wall hopping. And then after all that, you can just get up here. There's also a Dragon Ball right here that you can collect and put it. There's actually these hidden around all the map, which you can put in there, if you didn't know, but this actually leads you under the map, over here, which is pretty cool. Actually, there's also another shortcut. You go down here, so this next shortcut is actually just on top of the secret area that leads up there, which actually just leads you up here, where you can get to the other areas. There's nothing up here, sadly. They should probably add something, but yeah, those are some secret tunnels that they might add stuff to later in the later updates. Yeah, those are pretty good shortcuts if you just want to get around the map quickly. Let me just get out of here real quick. Yeah, again, pretty good shortcuts if you want to get around the map pretty quickly. Also, they added back the big water tower from the OG, which is pretty cool. This lobby is going to be very good for wars, but if you go up to the hot tub, or by the hot tub, you can go up here, and up by this rope. You can actually get here really easily from Stump, because there's a little zip line. But if you go right here, by hot tub, you can get to this little fun cave, which leads you right up to the hot tub. a pretty short shortcut, but it's still pretty cool secret. There's actually another secret right over there, which is another hangout spot. If you're ever just chilling, that you can just get through really easily. And if you go down this long tube, you can get to this little secret hangout spot, which actually also has the tape for lobby too. If you're collecting all the tapes, that's where it is in the new map. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The factory isn't actually, sadly, the link to any map. It's just kind of there for show. Although I think maybe they'll open up the store one day, and maybe they should add a factory map. Be right above sewers. That would be cool. But yeah, that's pretty much all in the new map. There is a lot of things around here that probably have stuff to do with the lore that you can go check out by yourself right now. Like above there's a whole lake and stuff. Down here there's a little fishing spot that's actually pretty broken right now. I don't know what's going on, but there's also this little hut that's been here in the original map where you can buy this fish backpack. That's basically all they added. I really like this map. It's an honestly great addition. I didn't really like the V3 map because it compacted everything into like really small. Basically, you couldn't like get anywhere. You could get everywhere really easily, and it felt like it was like really small. But now it feels like it actually makes sense because you can get. It's like Animal Company is basically an open world game, so it didn't really make sense where they had everything compacted into like a tiny area. But now you can get everywhere from like really big area, and it feels like there's actually like stuff, you know? I don't know, but alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. I may be posting a little more. I don't really know what to post, but if you guys have any ideas for me, just post it down below in the comments. I'm trying really hard to post more, but I'm getting a new VR in like a month, so I can actually post like a lot more content in the next, like, going into school. That would definitely help a lot. I'm also getting a new PC, which is going to help a lot with my editing. So, see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know if I should start doing like more tutorials, because I'm actually a very good pro at this game. I know basically everything, so just let me know. So you guys, please like and subscribe.